Out of Harvard Yard, we're joined by Amir Dudley, who's going to be graduating from Harvard tomorrow, actually. But you are here at Harvard Yard watching all these students, have their commencement and graduate. What does it feel like to be a student at Harvard at this time?
It's surreal. There's a lot going on in the news, a lot of headlines, so it's a little bit of a tense time, but at the same time, it's definitely like we're celebrating. We're celebrating, putting in a lot of hard work, and we deserve to celebrate that. So yeah.
One of the things that's been huge for American education is its leadership across the world, and one of the aspects has been being welcoming to international students. And I don't know if you heard, but international student visas, interviews for those have been halted just recently. That means there's less chance of international students showing up at Harvard. How does that make you feel as an American citizen? Do you think that has an impact, and if so, what kind of impact?
It has an impact because the people make the place. If you're coming to a place and everyone's from the same place, it's not as eccentric, it's not as diverse. It's a lot of the same. So I feel like at a place like this, like no matter where you are, the people do make the place. Having different places and having different people to make that place is extremely important. And I feel like it's something that should be reviewed and something that people should definitely 100% take a step back and beside yourself and where you're at, think about all the different opportunities that are being held from others and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Now, you've studied psychology, right? When it comes to sciences and education, research is so important, and a lot of funding has been cut for Harvard, including a new recent one of another $100 million US. How do you feel when federal funding is cut on research for you as a student and also your future in psychology and science? What impact can that have?
Yeah.
And does that worry you?
It definitely does worry me. At the end of the day, I'm first generation Ivy League student, so I didn't come in with the money that some of the other kids here have that, and I can't complain. I was funded very, very generously, so I'm thankful for that. But I feel like for the future generations, it's doing more harm than good, and I feel like they should have that opportunity. And it's a bit disappointing to say the least. And I hope that they change their mind on that and it's reviewed for sure.
So far, Harvard, the institution of Harvard is standing up to some of what President Donald Trump is trying to do to them, and there's so many cases now in court. So how do you feel about Harvard's overall response in terms of trying to maintain its independence and how they choose their student body?
Yeah, integrity is a huge part of what we're taught. Harvard is supposed to be a place for great people, and at the end of the day, integrity is one of the greatest characteristics that a single person can have. So I feel like having that integrity and standing by your students and not necessarily just giving into the tyranny, taking a step forward and kind of standing up for your students is something that's huge, and I feel like Harvard's doing a good job of that, and I hope they continue to do so.